Welcome back, all you die-hard football fans out there. 3 and out, 8 divisions in one day this year is rocking and rolling. We are now to the 4th division of the afternoon or evening, depending where you are in the country, live here from SoCal, but all around the country, talking all things in the NFL, all 32 teams. We are with it. Let's get it, man. We have ourselves all kinds of goodies today, and I hope all of you have enjoyed, man, because these have been some really good shows. All of our awesome insiders, all of our awesome guests that we've had. I mean, this has just been a truly remarkable turnout this year, and I'm really excited. So let's do it. This is going to be a lot of fun, man. Let's roll on in to our next division, and as we finish up the NFC in 8 divisions in one day this year. 3 and out. Me and boy Larry B, bring it to you here, man. This is going to be a fun one. We already got some comments going on here. Well, there it is. NFC East, NFC West. Anyone but the 49ers. Well, would you look at that? Well, we're already getting down, man. This division last year was something, wasn't it? The Rams and Seahawks fighting it out. Rams end up taking that thing. Oh, man. What a season for this division. Seahawks get fought just when they might have it. They ended on a 2-game win streak, but it just wasn't there. The Cardinals, just when you thought they might be better, they weren't. They're 8. They won 8 games. That's nice. But now they're 17 games. You get an odd record at the end, and well, unfortunately, what would have been 8-8 years ago, is now 8-9. So I'm sorry, they still aren't that good. And then the Niners just fell from grace. Oh my goodness, the Niners, 6-11. Who is that team from the Bay? Do they know? Have they gotten better? Is this the year that they find themselves in a better place? I don't know. But what I do know is we are here, baby, live and in color. Let's go. 3 and out, 8 divisions in 8 days. NFC West. Let's get it. Welcome yet again, all you football fans out there. How's everyone doing? Hopefully doing great, man. We got ourselves a good one here. This is number 4 of 8 shows, so we are going to be halfway through. Can you believe it? Coming up after this one, we got ourselves some fun, though. NFC West, man. This is a division that, like I said, last year was just a weirdo because the Rams played pretty good, kind of. The Seahawks played, I guess, okay. I mean, they both got 10 wins, right? The Giants that were at the top for just a good minute, the Niners, they just fell from grace. And the Cardinals, I guess they were shocked because they found themselves in 3rd, which is very unlike them because, the basement's where they're usually at. So sorry, but hey, how will they do this year? I don't know. This is going to be fun. I'm excited for this one, man. We got some great guests lined up. All of our insiders, man. We got 3 insiders and 1 guest from the 49ers Plus Pod. Actually, 2 guests, 2 insiders. One from the 49ers Plus Pod, and the other one, of course, just a diehard Seattle Seahawks fan. So we're going to start things off in LA, actually, not too far from here, in my neck of the woods. Let's start things off in SoCal. Head on up to the Bay, head on back down to Arizona, and then shoot right all the way back up to our most northern point in this division, to Seattle, Washington. It's going to be a good one, y'all. Let's get it. Thank you again for jumping in. You guys are amazing. And let's do it, man. So, all right, take ourselves a quick break. When we come back, man, we're going to jump right on in to the Los Angeles Rams. You are watching 3 and out, 8 divisions in 8 days, NFC West show right here on iSports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Will be right back after this.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, single-A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all-brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Sports fans, it's Taryn Rodriguez, SoCal Insider for IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that sports. Just giving you all my breakdown of the Los Angeles Rams for 3 and outs, 8 divisions in 8 days. So last year was a pretty darn good year for the Rams. They wound up taking the NFC West title, which wasn't certainly easy. It was looking bleak for the Rams. They started off an abysmal 1-4 heading into their bye, and it was not looking good. And they actually only had less than a 5% chance of making the playoffs. But the Rams were able to turn it around, and they were able to withstand the likes of the Cardinals and the Seahawks. So during the postseason, despite having to play their home playoff game in Arizona, the Rams were able to take down the Minnesota Vikings in strong fashion. Keep in mind the Vikings were 14-3 going into the postseason, so nothing to sneeze at right there. Unfortunately for the Rams, their Super Bowl ambitions were derailed as they lost a narrow game on the road to the Philadelphia Eagles, and man, that was so tough. But of all of the playoff opponents that the Eagles had, the Rams were the ones that played the Eagles toughest. Not the Packers, not the Commanders, and certainly not the Chiefs. But this year is a new year. Sean McVay is back for the Rams, which I think is really cool. But it's going to be a little bit of a climb just because the Rams are going to have a first place schedule this year, and they're going to take on a litany of tough opponents. In terms of free agency, the big elephant in the room is the Rams bringing in Davante Adams, which I think is awesome sauce. I think it's a huge pickup for them. Unfortunately, this was kind of the writing on the wall. With the signing of Davante Adams, it was pretty much the end for Cooper Kupp. He went to a division rival, being the Seattle Seahawks. Oh, that is so heartbreaking. And speaking of other Rams wide receivers going to division foes, Demarcus Robinson headed to the San Francisco 49ers, which really leaves a sour taste in my mouth. And the NFL is a business. In terms of other notable players that the Rams brought in terms of free agency, they actually brought back Coleman Shelton, who I think that's a good signing for them, and he does have familiarity with the Rams, so great job to the Rams for bringing him back. The Rams also signed Poona Ford to a 3-year deal. So Poona Ford actually was on the Chargers last year. He had some good moments. He actually was kind of a good anchor for the Chargers last year, but now he heads to the Rams. In terms of their draft, they were solid in terms of the draft. It felt weird seeing the Rams having a first-round pick, but you know what the Rams did with that pick? They traded it. Their first pick was actually in the second round. With the 46th overall pick, they drafted Terrence Ferguson, tight end out of Oregon. And I thought this was a pivotal pick considering, well, the Rams tight end room outside of Tyler Higbee wasn't really the greatest. They also got Josiah Stewart out of Michigan, which I thought was a big pickup. And some other notable picks from the Rams include Harquez Hunter, Ty Hamilton, and Chris Paul Jr., and so on and so forth. Overall, heading into the season, I'm feeling pretty confident about the Rams. I think they can do some damage. Again, their schedule's going to be pretty tough, but I'm confident in the Rams. I mean, Sean McVay is a mastermind. I think the Rams can really do some great things this year. But now it's time for me to stick it to them. So let's start with the Cardinals. Look, the Cardinals always seem to have this canny ability to start strong, but then fall flat on their face. Long story short, I think that's going to be the case there. This is the Cardinals we're talking about. They're the only team in the NFC West without a Super Bowl. Sorry, Cardinals fans. And then we got the Seahawks. Look, I want to have faith in the Seahawks, but honestly, what are the Seahawks going to do this year? They're in a loaded NFC, and the division just keeps getting tougher and tougher. So, Seahawks, I love Cooper Kupp, but honestly, you're still not going to be relevant post-Pete Carroll era. And then we've got the Niners. So, the Niners, I think, can be relevant this year, but that's only because they have a soft schedule. It's so soft, it makes Sharman look more durable. Once the Niners get fraud checked, and once they have to play a true contender, or heaven forbid they actually make the playoffs, bam, they're going to get one and done. And honestly, the Niners haven't won squat diddly since they beat the Chargers in the Super Bowl back in the mid-90s. So what have the Niners done as of that Super Bowl? But that's pretty much my take on the Rams this year. I hope you all enjoy. It's going to be a fun season. I hope the Rams can get it done this year. That'll do it for me. I'll see you all next time.
Rise and shine. It's 4 a.m. The stars are still out. The sun is beneath the horizon, but it's time to punch in and go to work. The comfort of your warm-ups turns into the grinding out of your reps as the clinking and the clanking of the plates create a symphony of euphoria. There's no other feeling like it. Earn it, burn it, and take what's yours. IE Sports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing journey to support mental health. Go hard, take part in your iron therapy, and be strong. Because when your mental health is as strong as you are, there's no telling how far you'll go.
Hi, everyone. This is Al Moriel of the 49ers Plus podcast, here to give you 5 things about the 49ers this upcoming season in 5 minutes. And let's start with looking back at last season, 6-11. Absolutely abysmal, derailed by injuries, starting with Ricky Pearsall getting shot, Christian McCaffrey and his Achilles issues, Brandon Ayuk blowing out his knee, and Trent Williams missing significant time with his ankle. But that was just on offense. On defense, you had Dre Greenlaw, Javon Hargrave, Talanoa Hufanga, and Charvarius Ward all missing significant time. Still, though, Shanahan offensively was able to keep the team afloat, finishing top 4 in total yards, but 14th in points scored. The team was not very good at converting red zone opportunities into touchdowns. Now, defensively, former DC Nick Sorensen was way in over his head. The run defense was terrible all year long, even worse the last month of the season, where they averaged 150 yards per game allowed on the ground. And points allowed, they were 29th in the league, which is terrible. Free agency. I think the media has well overblown the players that the Niners let walk. Aaron Banks gone. Debo on the downside of his career getting traded. I called that 2 years ago that this would be the offseason that Debo gets traded. And defensively, whether it was Javon Hargrave, Leonard Floyd, Dre Greenlaw, Talanoa Hufanga, Charvarius Ward either getting cut or not being welcomed back, I was totally okay with that, given their age and production. In terms of players coming in, when tight end Luke Farrell, formerly of the Jacksonville Jaguars, is the biggest financial signing contract-wise, that's when you know it's a mid-tier level free agent type of offseason. Beyond that, Mac Jones comes in to back up Brock Purdy, and I think a player that a lot of people are sleeping on is safety Jason Pinnock, formerly of the Giants, 2.5-year starter. Spent his rookie year with the Jets, familiar with Robert Saleh and the defense that he employs. I've been penciled in as a starter at one of the safety spots. Beyond that, I'm surprised they did not bring in any defensive tackles from outside the organization since the run defense was so bad, and no significant upgrades on the offensive line, specifically at guard. They were active in the trade market, acquiring Bryce Huff from the Philadelphia Eagles, and getting the Eagles to eat half his salary was a win as well. But a big win for the pass rush and Nick Bosa, the first time since 2019 when he played with the ghost of Dee Ford, that Bosa now has a speed rush, pass rush specialist opposite him on third downs. Now, what did I think about the draft? I was surprised that the Niners made all 11 picks. John Lynch is generally active moving up and down the draft board. That was not the case, and I applauded the fact that they drafted defense with their first 5 picks, going 3 on the D-line, 1 at linebacker, and 1 at cornerback, and I think 3 of these rookies have the potential to start week 1 at Seattle. I think we were all surprised that the Niners did not address the offensive line until round 7 with Connor Colby, a guard out of Iowa. More so than just upgrading the line for this year, after this season, the Niners have free agents in Colton McKivitz, Ben Barch, Matt Hennessy, Nick Sakiel, and Spencer Burford. How I'm feeling about this season, I'll tell you what, I think the demise of the 49ers is greatly exaggerated. They're favored in 15 of their 17 games. They have a top 10 roster. Getting Robert Saleh back to run the defense is a huge get. A new special teams coach and special teams players. Health is key for this team specifically. And the wide receiver situation is interesting to monitor early on with Juwan Jennings' contract, Brandon Ayuk's knee injury. Will he return in October or November? And Demarcus Robinson, formerly of the Rams, facing a DUI suspension. He may be suspended for the first 3 games of the season. Now, all of this, I think, with the talent on the roster, the rookies they brought in, the free agents they brought in, and the players they're getting back healthy, the Niners are going to go at least 11-6 and win the NFC West. Lot of chatter from competing fan bases in the NFC West online. These are 3 teams that have a combined 3 Super Bowl wins, so you guys don't exactly have a seat at the adult table right now. Cardinal fans, you're always going to hover around 500. You were 8-9 last year. You won 16 games the past 3 years combined. You are irrelevant. Seahawks fans, 10-7, respectable, but you were 35-33 the past 4 years. You haven't made the playoffs since 2022 when the Niners spanked you at Levi's. You traded Geno Smith. You signed Sam Darnold. Good luck with that. And Ram fans, yeah, you won the division and played the Eagles well in the playoffs. But since the Super Bowl, you're 25-26 in the regular season, worse than the Seahawks. Since 2019, the Niners are 9-3 against you in the regular season. And even though Brock Purdy had a down year in 2024 compared to 2023, Brock Purdy's down year is Matt Stafford's last 3 years in LA. Don't believe me? Look it up. Thanks for your time, everybody.
Hey there, IE Sports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
What's up, IE Sports Radio? Alden K coming back with an NFC West video, obviously talking about the Arizona Cardinals. As I am recording this video, it is almost August, and the NFL season is literally right around the corner. Training camp just started, and the offseason went by pretty fast, I'm not going to lie. I'm definitely excited for Cardinals football, which is a sentence I never thought I'd be saying. But obviously last year, they did definitely show signs of improvement. The Cardinals went 8-9 last year, and they barely missed the playoffs. They doubled their wins from the year before when they went 4-13 the previous year. So the 8-9 record last year, while yes, it was still below 500 and they still missed the playoffs, they definitely caught my attention. They definitely showed signs that they are improving and they could become a playoff team this upcoming season. And of course, this offseason, there were really some adjustments that needed to be made as far as
defense, a little bit of offense, and the coaching staff, which is what they were able to do in the offseason. In free agency, they started a Super Bowl win with the Eagles to a 4-year deal for $60 million. That was the Cardinals' biggest signing, in my opinion. Their leader in sacks last season was Zaven Collins, who only had 5 sacks. So their leader in sacks last year only had 5. So the Cardinals' pass rush was not getting to the quarterback last season. So they really needed to upgrade their defensive line as far as the pass rush and the run defense, and that's what they were able to do with Josh Sweat. As far as the run defense goes, they signed Dalvin Tomlinson to a 2-year deal for $21 million. Another good addition right there. The Cardinals' run defense has been one of their weakest links for the past few years, for quite some time now. So definitely the run defense was something that, especially when you play in a division like the NFC West, when you got Christian McCaffrey on the Niners, when you got Kyron Williams on the Rams, when you got Kenneth Walker on the Seahawks, you're going to need run defense just for those 6 games alone when you play teams like that twice a year. So that was a good addition for the Cardinals as well. And they brought back Calais Campbell for a 1-year deal, which is most likely going to be his final year in the NFL. I am so happy about that signing because one thing that the Cardinals lacked last season was veteran leadership. And that's what they're going to have on not just defense, but offense. Calais Campbell's a guy who is definitely a vocal person. He's going to mentor the young guys as best as he can on the Cardinals. And I'm glad he's back where it all began. That is a very good signing as well. And even in the draft, they went all out on defense. All out on defense. And with the draft picks that they made, obviously the Cardinals, they'll definitely, with Walter Nolan, as they drafted Will Johnson, which I think is probably the steal of the draft in the 2nd round. Still to this day, I am surprised that Will Johnson fell all the way to the 2nd round. Definitely something that I did not see coming. But they almost all of their draft picks were defensive players. They only made one selection on offense, and it was an offensive lineman. So the Cardinals are definitely sending a message that they are trying to upgrade their defense, because defense does win championships. While you can't really play that much defense in the NFL, defense still wins you championships. So this offseason, I'd say, has been a really good success for the Cardinals. We'll see how that goes into this upcoming season. As far as this season goes, I am very excited. I do think that the Cardinals, while I have some expectations where I would not be shocked if they are bad this season, because, the Cardinals have had bad luck over the years. But, I'm excited for this season. I could see them becoming a playoff team. We'll see how it goes, though. For the division, though, I do see the Rams winning the division. I do think that they'll have another good team again. It really just depends on Matthew Stafford. The Seahawks, it really just depends on what you get from Sam Darnold. That's been the Seahawks' issue lately, is just the quarterback. I do think they have a good team around Sam Darnold, but it really just depends on how he plays. And then you got the Niners, who are coming off of a bad season. It really just depends on health for me. For the Niners, it depends on if they can stay healthy. But I do think that the Cardinals can fit into the wild card spot this season if everything goes well. And this season does depend on Kyler Murray a lot too. Kyler Murray, this is his final chance to prove that he can be the Cardinals quarterback. So that is my thought on the Cardinals. We'll see what happens this season. I am excited for Cardinals football. Go Cardinals.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the iSports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hey 12s, my name is Marcus Franklin, one of the super fans here in Seattle, all about the Seattle Seahawks. Welcome. Let's talk some Seahawk football, because hope springs eternal, even if our playoff runs don't. Some thoughts on last season. Yes, last season, the year of almost made a deep run, almost fixed the O-line, almost tackled someone on 3rd and long, and Geno Smith showed up. He's more than just a comeback story. He's a comeback season. And a reminder that quarterbacks age like fine wine, or at least boxed wine. My feelings about our free agency this year, I feel like it was kind of like a garage sale in Ballard. A couple of gems, a few weird choices, and someone overpaid for an old chair with a crack in it. We said goodbye to some veterans, we grabbed some solid value, and somehow we still didn't find that elite pass rusher we so badly need. But hey, who needs sacks when you've got vibes? Thoughts on the draft this year? The draft, wow. Well, I think we basically crushed it. Again, John Snyder was cooking like he was on Top Chef, NFL edition. We got toughness, speed, and a corner who might actually turn into Richard Sherman 2.0, or at least Richard Sherman 0.7. Either way, we drafted like a team that's tired of rebuilding and ready to start redecorating with banners. My feelings on the upcoming season: this year feels a little different. The energy, it's electric. The schedule, definitely winnable. The offense, dangerous. The defense, let's say it's still in progress, but we've got weapons, we've got depth, and we've got the best fans in football. They will absolutely lose their minds when we start out 2-0 and immediately start planning our win parade. Let's talk about our division rivals real quick. We'll start with the Rams, who I despise the Rams. I absolutely hate the Rams. They're more like the LA geriatrics. Their roster is just kind of Aaron Donald, Stafford's elbow, and a bunch of names created by AI. The Cardinals, well, they've entered full rebuild mode. Again, Kyler Murray's biggest competition this year might be Call of Duty Black Ops 6. The 49ers, yeah, they're good, real good. But let's be honest, they still don't know who the quarterback is. It's like NFL speed dating over there. And to close this thing out, do I think the Seahawks have a chance? Do I think they'll win the Super Bowl? Well, let's just say if heart and hustle and a little bit of delusion counted on the scoreboard, we'd already have the trophy. Go Hawks.
All right, everybody. Can we get another hand clap, man? That was awesome. We're having some great ones. We always do here on 3 and Out, but I'm just saying that was awesome. Give him some love, y'all. Give him some love. That was awesome. That was awesome. I think I'm all out of whack here with my screen. That was awesome, man. These guys, they went in, they had a great one, and man, I enjoyed that. So yeah, everybody, man, let's see here. Everybody in the chat, by the way, Joey Jets, the Rams hate is like, yeah, right. He said Kyler Murray's biggest opponent is going to be Call of Duty. No, he did not. This is why I love this show, man. Oh man, well, big ups again, and thank you to those four. Two of our insiders, Taryn Rodriguez for the Rams, of course, and Alden K for the Cardinals. And then of course 49ers Plus Pod. Make sure you check out his show, man. Great dude. I hope we can land him as an insider here at IE Sports Radio. Same thing with Marcus Franklin, super fan up in Seattle. I really hope we land him too here at IE Sports Radio, man. Great dudes, and oh my gosh, oh man, they're just going in today. I mean, it's the NFC did not disappoint. Let's see how the AFC is coming up next, guys. So be ready, man. We got four. We are almost 4 shows down, and we're got 4 more to go tonight. We're at the halfway point, getting close here. So, oh man, that was awesome. But big ups, thanks to everybody again for tuning in. A lot of you tonight, man. Just numbers are floating. It's the NFL, right? And we're so close with the Rams. Oh, man, what Ram roster is that guy reading off of? Clearly, bro, forgot Aaron Donald retired. Oh, no, I will give him credit for that Cardinals one. That was clever. That's cold-blooded, man. The NFC West, man, no love lost here. Gotta love it. But all right, guys, you know what time it is, man. It's time for my final weigh-in, the NFC West final weigh-in for me. So, all right, guys, oh, my gosh, it was great. Again, weird division, right? The Rams, they were 10-7 last year. The Seahawks were 10-7, creeping, but just not good enough. The Cardinals, they're in familiar territory, just, not great. Not, I mean, they were better than bad, but they weren't good. So I guess that's pretty familiar for the Cardinals. And the Niners were in very unfamiliar territory because these guys are usually winning football games. It wasn't the case this year or last season, but let's see where they end up. So overall, I just have so much to say. I mean, you look at that the Rams right now. You got Matthew Stafford. I mean, some are saying this is it for him. Swan song, it's over, whatever. But Devontae Adams, man, you add this guy. You got Tutu Atwell there. You got Puka, who has been doing his thing. Nakua Williams now running back. I mean, they got a really solid offense, man. Offensive line's pretty good. I like who they got there. Dotson, Harveston, they're looking good there. Defense overall, Puna Ford. You got Turner, Young. I mean, they got some dudes, man. Decent little draft they did there with what they had. Look, they did their thing. The Niners, Brock Purdy, it's his team. Mac Jones is behind him. I mean, what else? What more do you say there? They got a running back that makes things better, right? When you got a guy like Christian McCaffrey, it kind of makes quarterback a little bit easier, right? Ayuk, he's out right now, apparently. Juwan Jennings, he's questionable. Coing, I think is that guy's name. He's out or questionable at the moment. They got their left guard. What is his name? Ben something. Birch. I'm sorry. I feel like an idiot. But, so he's out. I mean, there's just dudes who are just question marks everywhere on the defense side of the ball. Givens and Williams are both questionable dudes right now. Mustafa, Green, I mean, it's just crazy. They got some things to solve. Nick Bosa's still there, but for how much longer? I think they got him under a contract for a while now. But anyway, look, I know you still got Warner. You still got you lost Tuafunga. You know what I mean? I mean, it's kind of hard right now. There's some tough times. D Winter is still a beast, but again, what more can this team build on right now? When it's injuries all day long. So I don't know. It's a rough go right now for the Niners. But they got to keep building and keep, hope for the best season. As for the Cardinals, I mean, this truly is your last shot, Kyler Murray. I just don't. They're good, right? They're good, but they're good isn't going to win you Super Bowls, man. So there's something there that's got to give. So let's see where he is. They got Marvin Harrison Jr., bro. Oh my gosh. If Arizona wastes another wide receiver's career, I'm going to explode. I mean, you got to love somebody like Larry Fitzgerald. He's the kind of player I would have been in the NFL. Just screw it. This is my team. I'm staying here. And it's a killer, right? Because sometimes it's your worst enemy is how your loyalty. But I mean, so I really hope Harrison balls for a while here, and he might be checking that NFL transfer portal. What's that called? Oh, free agency. So let's see what what this has in store for him moving forward. But I don't know, man. Michael Wilson's there. They got Zay. I know Zay Jones still there, but overall, guys, I don't know. Their offense is very questionable right now. I mean, they got dudes where I'm like, yeah, who is this? I mean, Josh Sweat. It's nice having him there right at end. I mean, Dalvin Tomlinson, big beastie monster. There's some dudes here on this defense. Budda Baker, this is his defense. Don't let anybody tell you anything else. This dude is a beast. But I think, honestly, the Cardinals they're a good football team that just needs some kind of better guidance. There's just something there that just isn't clicking. Budda Baker, man, I still remember this dude hard hitting in Washington. The Cardinals have so much there. I really like what they have, but I want to like it more. It's just, we got to get Kyler Murray going, right? He's got to get something going. I do feel that the quarterback of this defense is Budda Baker, and he is getting this. He will get that defense hype, but gosh damn it, that defense has to score. I mean, sorry, the offense has to score some points, man, and not just here and there. They got to make this a more consistent thing. So I don't know. They got a star wide receiver. James Conner's pretty good, but we're getting some comments here. There's Taryn's predictions. We'll get to those in a few minutes. Steve Haller, good to see you, good sir. The Cardinals will be better than right. I think they will be. But Cardinals will be far better than people think, since they are just an afterthought to everyone. And it's true. Weird how the Cards won their first 4 games after Call of Duty came out last season. You guys are killing me. It's true. Look, I will tell you right now, I do believe that this team they're a good team, but there's got to be a spark, man. The gas will not ignite without a freaking match, but you light a match and kaboof. I mean, that's what it is, man. You need the wick. You can't just light wax, right? You got to get the spark in there. I didn't make any sense. But anyway, you get what I'm trying to say, man. So, look, I really like the Cardinals, but I just don't like them enough to call them for damn sure not the winner of the division. And I don't know. I want to like them more. Taryn says, I took a jab the Cardinals possibly wasting Marvin Harrison's career. He did. And last year, I hope they don't do the same thing with him with Fitzgerald. But if they do, yep, Call of Duty. And there you have it. So, oh my gosh, it's rough, man. And then you got the Cardinals. Oh, what did the Cardinals do to Fitz? I'm curious of this. Well, he did it to himself, I guess. Like I said, loyalty was kind of his Achilles heel, which sucks. But what do? You want to stay loyal, right? And then you get to the Seahawks, and it's like, all right, Sam Darnold. Now here's Sam Darnold. Went over the Seahawks, of course. Earlier, I still had him on the Giant. I mean, I still had him playing. Oh, that was crazy. I can't believe that. I'm sorry, guys. Still had him on the Vikings. But again, notes. This is where the rust gets shaken off, right? For all these months of football. Sam Darnold, man. They got Milroe back there. He's waiting for his chance. Kenneth Walker, Smith and the Jigba. Hey, let's see what he can do this year. Cooper Kupp is now a Seahawk. They got Valdez Scantling. Who else they got back there? They got some more guys. But I don't know. They got a solid offensive line. It's not the greatest, but they're okay. They switched over to that 3-4 defense front there. I've had it for a while now. But Leonard Williams, okay. DeMarcus Lawrence is still there, I believe. Murphy. I forgot who the other end is, but Reed, I think, is there still. So they're okay, man. Boy, and Maffa, they had a decent little draft. I mean, look, they look okay. They look okay. But it's just, what more? What more the Seahawks got to do to make things happen, man? I mean, last year, 2-game win streak, they were coming, and then they just kind of fizzled. I mean, obviously, the season was over, but I'm going to say, they hit at the weirdest times. They have a solid team. They really do. But now we've switched up. There's some different things now. Gino's not there no more. Now he's a Raider. Is this their guy? Okay. Is Darnold gonna be what Gino was? Is he gonna have a new career there? Is Jalen Milroe just gonna replace him after a while? Who else? They have another oh my gosh, the guy from West Virginia. Or wait, was it Mizzou? Oh my gosh, what's that guy's name? The quarterback from Missouri. Had to have been Missouri. Drew Lock a few years ago. He's there. So I'm just saying, like, they got 3 quarterbacks that, I'm just saying, this team is just, there's question marks everywhere because on paper, they look like a team that could compete pretty well. On the field, though, so we'll see. We'll see how these teams look. But all right, so let's just get to my final weigh in here and, kind of just call it what it is. But so, all right, guys, Arizona, are they hype or hope? That's really what you want to call it. The Cardinals, I mean, Kyler Murray is back under center. James Conner is back. The real question is, can they translate potential into production? Right. And that's what we were talking about a little bit ago. Can they do it? It looks nice. But again, you don't win football games on freaking paper, right? So Arizona's schedule isn't doing them any favors. That's for sure. I mean, they get Carolina, Indy, Tennessee, but they have to hit the road versus teams like Houston this year and Cincinnati and Tampa Bay. I know it's weird. There's some totally winnable games there. Carolina is definitely a winnable game. And like I said, Tennessee, Indy is a coin flip. But then you got these other teams. So I don't know. Could they be chasing an 8-win team, 8-win season? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe 7-10 the most. I'm not sure. But for the Rams, running it back with a twist with this team is, I don't know. That's how I feel. They're running it back this year with a twist. They can totally be a good, productive football team and be what they were last year and better because there's some, Puka, he's here. Cooper Kupp, uninjured, he's here. Devontae Adams, that's the twist. Look, I mean, they got wide receivers for days. But the question is can Matt Stafford still do his thing? I mean, 37 years old, the arm is wearing a little bit. I mean, but then again, I mean, it is what it is. These guys are, they train for this. So the Rams, they got, Philly, Baltimore early on. Overall, look, they could be a 9-win team, maybe 10, 11. But again, if they don't perform well early, I don't know, man. They just got to stay healthy. That receiving core, they're gonna live and die with that receiving core. They know what they're doing. Okay. As for the Niners, look, the wild card contender with the Super Bowl hangover, right? I mean, that's what you call it. This team was recently in the big show, and now they're trying really hard to get back to where they were. The good, you got Brock Purdy, George Kittle, McCaffrey, good. Ayuk, I don't know. Jennings, disgruntled. You leave Ricky Parasol. He's wide receiver number 1. What are we doing with the wide receivers? Is Ayuk? I mean, we're gonna have a contract debate here. I mean, you know what I mean. So that's what I'm saying. This is where things get really sticky, and it sucks, but it's a part of the game, right? And everyone's got to make their money and do their thing, and you don't blame them, right? So. The Niners have an easier schedule than most, honestly. I think their biggest non-divisional road games are Tampa Bay and Houston, I think. So they dodge teams like Kansas City and Philadelphia. They don't play those cats. So I'm just saying, like, if they stay healthy and avoid a lot of crap and get people signed and just do whatever, they can win 10 games, guys. Like, they can win 10, 11 games. But I don't know. Is it going to happen? And as for Seattle, look, they really are, in my opinion, the sleeper. And I know I was talking highly about the Cardinals, but the Cardinals got to figure it out. I think the Seahawks are closer than the Cardinals right now, man. I mean, I know some people will probably disagree with me on that because, some people want to see the Cardinals doing better. But look at last year. They did better. And I know some people are gonna get on me because, oh, well, that was Geno. Who says Sam Darnold can't do the same damn thing or better? I mean, sometimes king scenery is all you need. Watch Geno and Sam Darnold both do great where they are now, So let's talk about these guys. Yes, Sam Darnold is the new guy in Seattle. We just talked about that. It's like a quarterback renaissance, right? The wide receiver room is crazy. DK and Lockett are peace out. Jackson Jigba is the new dude. Cooper Kupp. Kenneth Walker is now in the backfield. Kubiak is the new offensive coordinator. This might be a little sneakier than you think, guys. Let's just be real. The defense, they're a whole lot better now with DeMarcus Lawrence. I mean, I said that earlier. I like who they have there. They have Byron Murphy, that big monster. I mean, but he's going to be the dude. they're going to lean a lot on Lawrence. And honestly, look at the schedule. It's not bad. Their toughest games are Pittsburgh? and we don't know what Rodgers is going to show up. So, they host teams like, I think they got Tampa Bay and Houston here. I mean, good, obviously they're playing this year. But if you think about it, I mean, these guys have a real chance. They could go 9, 10, 11 games, maybe 12 if they're sneaky enough. I don't know. But I have them somewhere right around there. But okay, anyway, let's go and get to the realistic picture for me, because I know I said a lot of stuff, but I haven't really said a lot in putting them in order. So I'm going to go from bottom to top again. I'm sorry. I feel horrible for this. The Cardinals, as much as I like them, and I just think that there's too many damn question marks. I want to put them higher right now. I really do. But 7 and 10, maybe 8 and 9. They could be a lot lower than that, depending. And if this is it, then they need to move on from Kyler Murray. That's it. And the defense, of course, you need to plug in some more guys there. So Seattle and Niners, I don't know. I feel like the Niners will get a little better this year. They can honestly be playoff bound, but I feel like they're going to be a really close third place to Seattle's second. Yes, I'm taking the Rams again, but hear me out. Seattle is dangerous. They're unpredictable and they're fun. But again, we don't know a lot. I mean, the Darnold is the biggest question mark there. We don't really know. At least the Niners have their guy. The Seahawks and the Niners, in my opinion, can both be anywhere from 8 and 9 to like 10 and 7. So that's a flip-flop. And the Rams, I have them, and don't get excited, I have them anywhere from like 9 and 8 to 11 and 6. I think they'll have a winning record. Okay. As Blue joins in here, I don't know if you can see my kitty back there, but they have steady veterans, they have a clean schedule, they have the division crown already. This division is, I would say it's super wide open, but it's opened enough if the Rams slip a little bit. But overall, guys, I mean, let's just call it what it is. This is unfortunately one injury, one breakout star, everything could shift. And I don't know. The Rams, I say, will take the crown again, but the Niners and Seahawks are breathing down their necks. And if the Cardinals play it right, man, I don't know. This could be it. So let's see if Blue agrees. Do you agree, Blue? She is not commenting right now. She's going to be waiting for the season. But with that said, you guys, that's going to be it, man. Another show is that is good stuff. I'm loving it. We've had some goodies today. Thank you again to all of our awesome insiders and guests, man. Chandler Rodriguez, we had 49ers Plus Pod. Make sure you check him out at 49ers Plus Pod. The Cardinals, man, Mr. Alden K, our insider here, Arizona Insider, and Seahawks fan Marcus Franklin, man, great guy. Marcus A. Franklin, by the way, great dude there. So thanks to everybody, man. Really excited and loving it, man. So let's take a look here. We got a back and forth here in the chat room. So I know Taryn put his predictions in here earlier. Rams, Niners, Seahawks, Cardinals. It's good. I say flip flop for Niners and Seahawks, but it's up in the air. So I really do feel like right now this is huge. What teams are we gonna get doing what things, right? And this is a good one. This is gonna be a really fun division too. The NFC West and the NFC North, oh man, I like it a lot. Much better than the NFC South in my opinion, and even the NFC East. I think we have clear winners there, but these two in the NFC are going to be funner to watch than those two for sure. So we have a lot of deals here, a lot of things here in the chat, so let's take a look here. The Niners, the Rams will be much better than, yeah, I think so. Okay, the Rams will exit out, and the defense will be one reason why. If the Niners don't make the playoffs, with this easy schedule, they need to start cleaning house, and their downfall will definitely need to be studied. Oh my gosh, Cardinals won 8 games last year. The 5th of a schedule, playing like a 10-win team. Yeah, there you go, without a D-line after their best D-lineman missed a lot of the season. True, so this year they have the 5th easiest schedule. So let's see what happens, guys. And that's what we got to play the games, right? So it's exciting. Let's see what happens. Let's see how it goes. And, well, that is that, man. So we're moving on. My goodness, I can't believe it. We're all finished with the NFC. And, well, it's about that time to get on into the AFC. So 4 shows down tonight, 4 more to go. starting off with the AFC East and then going as we did right now. Obviously, I start with the NFC East because that's the champions right there, the Eagles. And that's my order. I always go north, west, east, south. I've always done it that way. So, So let's see. But overall, guys, it's been fun. Let's keep it going with the AFC. We got the AFC East, then the South, then the North, and the West. So let's keep it pushing. Thanks all for tuning in, and let's get it, man. Stay tuned, because I'll be coming up on the next stream here on YouTube. Check us out, man, on X as well. IE Sports Radio. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. This is me, your boy Larry B, signing out, and I'll see you in just a few moments for the AFC East.